Fantasy Philosophers is brought to you by fantasy-info.com.
Kicker Garrett Hartley is a very interesting player, interesting case. What happened with him throughout last season is early on in the year he suffered, he didn't suffer, but he had a suspension. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it was for some type of steroid or whatnot. But late in the season, he got the starting kicking job back, released John Carney, but they brought him back as a kicking consultant back in December, just a few days after they released him. Hartley, the kid has talent, and finally it did show through. We saw this. He had the opportunity to put the game away in the NFC final against the Minnesota Vikings, and he did so. He just banged it right home, right through the middle, sent the team to the Super Bowl, and then the Super Bowl. Anybody that watched that Super Bowl, I've never seen a guy take 3 kicks. He had 3 kicks from 44 yards out or farther, and he made all 3 of them. He's the only kicker to ever do that in the Super Bowl, to make 3 kicks from that long. But not only did he make those kicks, again, he hit them dead center. It wasn't even close. He just banged those straight through. It was amazing to see a guy. How many kickers have we seen that, they choke in big moments? Look at Nate Kading for all the good kicking that he's done for the San Diego Chargers 2 times against the Jets in playoff games. He's absolutely choked on big kicks. You look at even Shane Graham last year against the Jets. He choked on big kicks. So many kickers, they can be very good, but when it comes to that one moment in the playoffs, they'll choke. And Hartley was, basically, I want to say he was Vinatieri-esque, really. He just would not miss a kick, and it wasn't, again, it wasn't close. To see him take that big step here at the end in the playoffs, I've got to rank him in the top 10 kickers because of the team that he's on. Expect him to be a guy that, look for him to start week 1 all the way through. You got to figure this guy, hopefully we've seen him now take that step. He's got a decent leg. He's obviously in a great offense. He plays in a dome. I think the things that you can expect from him as we get deeper into this thing is a guy that's definitely going to threaten for 50-plus PATs, which is really good because of the offense that he plays in. So he's going to get you points there. I think he's definitely a guy that can get somewhere around 26-plus field goals possibly in a season. But I think it's really, what kind of kicker are we going to see? Are we going to see the one that maybe gets suspended? Are we going to see the one that maybe had his struggles as he missed a big kick against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in December? And there were rumors that maybe he would lose that job again, but, the coaches stuck with him. Sean Payton stuck with him. Or are we going to see the guy that made that big step against Minnesota and against the Indianapolis Colts in the Super Bowl? I'm willing to bank we're going to start seeing the guy on the latter side of those 3. When you make those kind of kicks, you win a Super Bowl, it's got to be a world booster for your confidence and the players that are around you, the confidence that they have in you, that, hey, you've been able to do it in the biggest of stages, in the biggest of games. How much more trust can you possibly have in a kicker than to know that they've done those type of things for you? So look for Hartley. I think he's going to have a good season for you. Maybe not a great season, but he's going to have a good, decent season for you. I'm willing to say that about him. He's obviously in that great offense again. So, keep your eye on Hartley as you're going through the draft and you're getting through the deeper parts and you're looking for that kicker that's just going to give you decent production throughout the season.
For more fantasy football information, go to fantasy-info.com and sign up for our free e-newsletter. Good luck in your 2010 Fantasy Football League. As an added bonus, the Fantasy Info guys will include their 5 secret tips for success in fantasy